All right, thank you for joining us on 24 Plus or social media platforms for our bonus segment on ABC24 this week. Tennessee Congressman John Rose, who is also running for governor, made a Facebook post calling to reform the Shelby County court system. And he wrote, "The Shelby County Court Clerk's office has been in need of reform for years. Today's indictment," this is posted, of course, at the time of the indictment, "Today's indictment of Tammy Sawyer is evidence we need to shake up the court system in Shelby County to efficiently put criminals away. If we don't reform, all of the progress the Memphis Safe Task Force has accomplished will have been in vain." So, Otis, I'll have you open it up here.
Well,
shake up the system. What does that mean?
I don't think he knows what it means, honestly. It was just red meat to put out there since he's running for governor. He's trying to run to the right of Marsha Blackburn, and he thinks that jumping on the very day that Tammy Sawyer was indicted and say that we need to overhaul the entire Shelby County court system was just something that he did politically. I don't think Paul Rose knows anything about the Shelby County system other than what he's heard from some of his buddies, and you know, they're all trashing Shelby County anyway. But there's also an issue that I have with Rose, with these campaign ads. One of them just trashing Starbucks, saying that Starbucks is trying to bring DEI into Shelby County, and he's pouring coffee into a trash can. I mean, it is about as cheesy as you can ever get, and it's clear that he is running to the right by trashing diversity, equity, and inclusion, which he thinks that his primary voters are going to love, and maybe he will try to overtake Marsha Blackburn. It's not happening. It's not happening, Mr. Rose. You are not going to take this away from Marsha Blackburn because she's already got the establishment in the Republican Party on her side, but that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I guess that was my next question, just like why him over Blackburn for anybody that is wondering for the Republican side. How do the two kind of match up?
I had never heard of him before I saw the TV
Well, he was a congressman.
well, I know, and I had to look him up, but I had never heard of him before I saw the TV commercial.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm pretty politically astute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me not to know who he was.
And he's never been to Shelby. He doesn't know anything about Shelby County.
Nothing about Shelby County. And then, but isn't the clerk's office a state mandated office? So clerk's offices across the country basically are the same, I would think. Anyway, but he's interesting, and every time I hear his commercial, he wants to be he's a CEO like Trump.
Right.
So that's all. It's red meat, like you said, Otis. It's red meat.
Right.
You know what really is that the statewide candidates are speaking to one issue.
Absolutely.
And defining Memphis by one issue,
Absolutely.
crime. And we are so much more than that. And it's insulting. It should be an insult to every Memphian, whether you are blue or red, Republican or Democrat or independent. We are more than that. We have a worldwide hospital with St. Jude that's making gains in healthcare every day. We have a trauma center. We have an economic engine of the world called Federal Express. We have tourism here. We have not only tourism, but we need a growing workforce for that. And we have educational needs. Speak to us about something other than crime, because we are more than that as a city, and about a fifth of your resources for the state taxes come from Memphis and Shelby County. And so we demand that you speak to us about more than crime.
There you go. Tawan,
I love that.
Get that one shot going on here, okay?
I love it.
This is what Tawan always makes me want to do right here. Man, all right. So with that, we do have an interview confirmed with Representative Rose in July coming up. So hopefully he watches this and will speak to those other issues.
She's a pretty young wife. I think she's 33. I did do my homework on her.
I have seen Facebook comments
I'm not gonna
of that. All right. right, switching. Y'all's messy. Y'all messy. Okay, switching now to. We're not gonna get in trouble today. Switching to the second part of this. Hey, come on. Germantown will soon have a new mayor for the first time in more than a decade here. Mayor Mike Palzzolo announced today, or this week, that he plans to retire when his current term ends in December, bringing to a close a total of 30 years of public service in Germantown. Palzzolo has served the city in several roles since 1996, including alderman, vice mayor, and the last 12 years as mayor. He says he'll remain in office through the end of his term and plans to help ensure a smooth transition to the city's next mayor. Tawan, I'm going to have you lead off on this only because you mentioned before we had talked about a topic on that effort to try to get the mayor as a full-time position in Germantown that did not succeed. Do you think that has anything to do with his reasoning for retiring?
I don't know, but I will say this as a former elected official: when an honorable public servant retires or leaves, I salute them, because I know what it is like to dedicate long hours to public service. For the scrutiny you receive, every decision you make, somebody's going to be unhappy about it because somebody is going to lose or feel compromised. And I understand the sacrifice your family makes for you to. They have to hear the remarks that people say about you, as well as the good and the bad. And that's hard on families. And I understand that. And when people leave and they have served us well and honorably, I salute them.
Oh, that's a nice
Very
note.
nice.
Otis, do you think this was abrupt or was this planned?
Well, I think it was tied to that referendum, that if the voters had approved making the mayor a full-time position, I believe that Mike Palzzolo would have run for another term. The fact that they didn't, and they did not so convincingly. Plus, he was getting really tough competition from Tony Salvaggio, who is the son of a former mayor. And I just think that he decided 12 years in the mayor's office, combined with all those other years that you brought up, it was time to leave. You know, sometimes even the most popular city official, if you stay too long, you're going to get some enemies. And I don't think he got any enemies here. He just fell out of favor with some people. But he did a good job out in Germantown. But I'm hearing Clay Bailey did a nice column on him in the Daily Memphian the other day. And he floated at the end of that he might even be eyeing going to the state Senate if, and I'm saying if, Brent Taylor wins that District 9 seat. I'm not suggesting that, but I'm just saying that that is part of a possibility for Mike Palzzolo. Mike Palzzolo has been a good mayor for
A little
Germantown.
T dropped there. Deidre, you can have the last point on this.
Just these great guy, great mayor. I met with him probably right after he decided not to run for Shelby County mayor, because he was contemplating that, right?
Yeah, he was.
And so then he made the decision to run for re-election. So I do think it's tied to the referendum. He probably wanted it to be a full-time job.
He
So,
did. He did.
Great guy. Rest, enjoy yourself, and get ready for the next round, Mayor.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a great one to end on. I knew the bonus segment would bring it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and thank you for watching 24 Plus for ABC 24 This week's bonus segment.